Why doesn't the defense want you publicizing your settlement? Would you like to learn the answer? Come join me as I share with you this great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury trial attorney practicing law in the state of New York. Today I'm coming to you from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where I just finished lecturing to a really smart group of attorneys. And I was thinking about this question, and this comes up often. At the end of a case, many times the defense, especially in medical malpractice cases, will turn to us and say, listen, you are prohibited from discussing this settlement with the public. You cannot publish this information online, you cannot hold a press conference, you cannot go out and start telling people all across the world about this particular settlement. And the question that the injured victims have, my clients have for me, is why not? I just had an injustice done, there was medical malpractice, there was wrongdoing by a doctor or hospital. I want to be able to tell the whole world about what just happened to me. I want to tell the world that these people paid and that they settled my case. I want to tell them everything that happened. Well, here's why the defense does not want you publicizing your particular settlement. You see, a settlement is a private deal. It's a deal made between the defense as well as yourself. And they have the ability to turn around and give certain restrictions so that if you are to get a settlement in this particular case, they can try and get these restrictions and have you prevented from disclosing this information to the public as one of the conditions of settlement. Now, if you choose not to accept that, then obviously you will go to trial and take your chances going to a jury verdict. And if you are successful, then, and a jury awards you money, then you are welcome to publicize that verdict and that decision to the entire world. During the course of settlement negotiations, this will come up. And the defense will likely turn to your attorney and say, listen, we have conditions of settlement that if we are successful and settle this case, you are prohibited from discussing and disclosing this information with the world. In addition, there's another key reason why the defense does not want you disclosing this information. And it has to do with other lawsuits, with other cases, and with other attorneys who represent injured victims. You see, if you were to publicize how much money you were able to recover for your particular injury, now what would happen is that you would literally set the bar for that particular type of injury. And now other attorneys who represent injured victims would be able to take that number, that settlement number, go to the same insurance company, now when negotiating their own case, and say, listen, hey, you settled this case for $6 million. And now my injury, my client's injuries are worth much more, so therefore not only do you have to pay us $6 million, but more than that. So now what you've done is set the bar for that particular type of injury, and the reality is the defense lawyers and the insurance company do not want that information made public to the other attorneys in order to set that bar. They want to keep that secret and hidden. So now when another case comes in with a similar situation, they don't want the attorney to be able to say, hey, you just settled that case for that amount of money, my case is worth more, or it might be even a little bit less, now the case is worth this much. So those are two critical reasons why the defense will not want you to go ahead and disclose that information, plus they want their reputation intact, and if you were to go ahead and publicize this information, obviously their reputation would take a hit. So why do I share this great information with you? I share it with you just to give you an insight and an understanding into what goes on in the litigation process. In all likelihood, you have questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if your matter happened in New York and you do have legal questions, what I encourage you to do is pick up the phone and call me. This is something I do every single day, and I welcome your call. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, G-E-R-R-Y, at oginski-law.com. Well, that's it for today's quick video. I'm Gerry Oginski, coming to you from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Have a wonderful day.